Hey Reddit. Yes, I guess I'm not going to be using my, graphics tablet anymore to write or draw or anything because when I had gone home from the store, I think, I realized my stylus had broken magically. There's no cracking on it. There's really no damage to it on the outside. But when I opened it up to look at see if the battery just died, the battery was completely full of the acid or whatever, so I figured it somehow shorted. And if you look inside the metal casing on the inside, which is I believe the negative of the device or whatever, it's corroded. Um, yeah, so I don't know. The electronics on the inside of the pen, which helps measure the sensitivity or whatever, is completely broken. The casing damaging, it's not that big of a deal because the cylinder on the inside's pure metal. It just has like a more conductive coating, but it would still conduct even though that better conductive coating was stripped. It would just waste a lot more battery, I believe. Probably cause more heat because of the resistance. But that's not the problem. If it shorted, and it shorted, and where the corroded spot is, it's where the negative post connects to the circuit. So I assume it's somehow shorted and the electronics on the inside are completely fried. I wrote this with just my laptop's mouse pad. I don't know what to call it. So that sucks because the stylus costs just as much as the tablet cost with the stylus. It would literally be cheaper, or not cheaper, but it would literally cost the same just to buy a whole nother tablet that comes with a whole nother pen. The problem is that this was the last one on eBay, so I don't think I'd be able to find one for this cheap. I don't believe it was the pen's fault actually, and I don't believe it was my fault because I always unclick it when I'm done with it. Even if it was clicked, I don't think it would break because some people draw for hours and hours and hours, and I hadn't used it for not that long, so there's that. You see that, help me please, because I still feel like shit even though that the physician from the hospital said I was fine. I keep on getting like this stabbing pain in my chest randomly. It's on and off, on and off. So that's annoying. Yeah. I just don't generally feel well. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, put yourself in my position. No law enforcement, I'm not going to be specific because I'm just going to generalize it to all law enforcement. No law enforcement is going to help you at all. Period. No matter what you say, no matter what evidence you have, nothing. They won't help you, period. It's just how it is. They are not going to help you. No one is going to help you. You need to somehow figure out your situation yourself. I gotta figure out shit extremely soon. because I ain't just trying to kill over, if that makes sense. I don't want to just die of cardiac arrest or sudden cardiac death uh, without doing anything about it, if that makes any sense. Because if I just kill over, and if I never respond to these accounts again, whether it's u/8 hearts, this account, or prime thoracic, no one's going to care, no one's going to notice. They'd probably just think I was trolling, or I moved on, or it stopped, or they got a hold of me or something. Or just know if I stop posting, I'm dead. And I was killed, to be more accurate. So if I stop posting, I was killed. So, yeah. I can't draw. Well, I can do that. I'm not. It's just kind of annoying. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I can't write that with this. So, like, this sucks. Like, I can't even draw anymore. I think they broke it, so I stopped making these videos, which is rather annoying. My circles are still the same though. uh, Stop posting. Okay. It's so hard to. This is actually kind of degrading too, even though most people don't even have a graphics tablet, even though mine was very, very cheap. But this is kind of a lesson. You know, you get beat down, just figure out a way to do it. So if I stop posting, that means I'm dead. And they got to me. Like I said, I don't do drugs. One thing that did catch my attention though is that instead of prescribing me an antiarrhythmic, nitroglycerin to help with blood flow to my heart, to the arteries, that's to my coronary arteries or whatever, an ACE inhibitor or angiostensin receptor inhibitor or something like that. He prescribed me, or not even anti-inflammatory like ibuprofen or Motrin or whatever, same thing. He decided to prescribe me Xanax, 0.5 milligram, 1 tablet, 3 times a day as needed. He didn't even put palpitations on my discharge paperwork. He put anxiety/panic attack. So that's a whole another bunch of just bullshit. If you don't know, if you're suffering have heart problems, and let's say they haven't been able to do, or they haven't done an extensive workup yet, I would not recommend taking a benzodiazepine of any kind, which is Ativan, Xanax, and I think even Klonopin is the same thing. I don't remember. They can all cause something called acquired long QT syndrome, which is extremely dangerous. Not as dangerous as a congenital long QT. Not QT, I mean like QT. like that. QT. I said that to a nurse, and I think she took that the wrong way because I don't know, that pissed me off so fucking much. After I was like, can you ask him about that? See if it'll cause the same thing. She left, and then a different nurse came back, and I was like, so what did she say about the side effect? And I don't even think they even asked him because she probably thought I was hitting on her or something stupid like that. And I also think I know which nurses are quote unquote calling the shots. I'm gonna say calling the shots because to me they are some type of a gang or whatever, some clique. I'm gonna call them a clique. Um, they're the ones who wear the black scrubs. There's this dumb bitch that kept on walking back and forth from the main hospital through the ER. There's nothing in the ER unless you're seeing a patient, because it literally just either goes outside or to the ER lobby. There's really nothing there. I've been there so many times. I've known that place like the back of my hand. She kept on literally patrolling it, and she wasn't the guard. Because trust me, and she was wearing scrubs. Yeah, and when I first walked in, and I was getting my thing done at triage. Triage is just they take your base vitals, your base everything, and decide whether they should admit you immediately or make you wait if they have a bunch of people. So I walked in, so I was getting my stuff done. I wasn't feeling good. My heart rate kept on going from 120 to 80 back and forth for no fucking reason. I wasn't having anxiety, it just was doing that. And then he gets up and he walks out the room and down the I don't know what to call it, the and just down the hallway where the patients are and stuff like that. And he says out loud, he's like, "This isn't happening," or "This is not happening." And some random lady that was taking blood from someone else, she was like, "Oh, it is happening. She said it was gonna happen." And I'm not just hearing shit, because that's not how people with any type of mental disorder. That's not how it fucking works. It's not like a fucking movie or an exaggerated fucking ad to get people to give money to it, the cause or something. That's not how it fucking works. Some people, yes, but it's like super extreme. And I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah. I think it's a bunch of, everyone knows what neighborhood watch is, right? At least people in America. It's like they're like those, just like the neighborhood watch, whatever. I think it's a group of like parents or something. And being more specific, the moms that are more along the lines behind this. They're probably trying to keep everyone trying to keep the younger generation safe, and just stuff like that. But they're uneducated. They're pretty much anti-vax moms, but more dangerous because they're affecting people other than their own, which is relatively the same amount of bad, but this is just far more dangerous because it's extended to medical care, industry, law enforcement, government. By that I mean office and Senate and stuff like that. I'll go into more detail in a second of who I think I'm getting closer to figuring out who's behind it. But yeah, I can only record for 15 minutes, so be back.